Boom, boom. This is Ken. Everybody, welcome back to the channel. All right, got a bit of Soul Land Reloaded up today. So, the events finally come. They did not. They decided not to do the Clear Sky event. They decided to just go ahead and put those remaining shards for Tang Hao inside the sea god, Saixi. Now, she is the SS plus character, so a little bit of a surprise there. Everybody, myself included, was thinking that it was actually going to be Tang San, but it looks like the next release was Saixi. So let's go ahead and take a look at her inside of the actual thing here. Um, she has an S, of course, just like most. Her S version is actually pretty good. She does pretty good. She does pretty good AOE damage. She is crowd control, so she's a useful character. I decided not to build her up simply because of the fact that I knew that we were probably going to get an SS version of her. So there she is. Now, if you take a look at Tang San, you will see that she is the actual fusion for Tang Hao, which is surprising. Everybody thought it was going to be Sea Emperor Tang San, but turns out not. So the fusion is a little. I guess there's sort of kind of fusion, but I would not have considered it really enough to actually make it, permanent fusion. But either or doesn't really matter. Beautifully designed character, as you can see. The 3D art is excellent as always. You can definitely not fault them in terms of their art style. And we do have the remaining shards in here for Clear Sky. So let's see, where's it at here? Skin shop, time limited pack, divine skill upgrade, soul master sale. Right here they are. This is the remaining 20 shards that you will need to actually make if you've been following along. If you have not been following, from a free-to-play perspective, you had to participate in every single event that was held for him. We had two Clear Sky events. The first one, and then they had a repeat of it. I think it was like 10 days later, and then they had this one inside of the Sea God event for Saixi, and that gives you just enough to actually make the character, which we're doing right here. So Clear Sky Tang Hao. So that's where you go. So I got a feeling we're probably going to be seeing SS plus characters. I doubt very seriously if we're going to see any more SS characters. I could be wrong. Like I say, most of the actual information that you can get that have been gleaning from the internet basically is in foreign language. It's written in Chinese, of course. The translations are not very accurate. But I do know some of the people who are playing the game over there in Asia, Thailand actually, and I've been able to contact him, and he's got a little bit better understanding because they get things a little bit earlier than we do, about a week, it seems. As far as he knows and what they've been able to say, there's not going to be any more SS characters at this point. They're just going to start focusing on SS plus characters, which is fine as long as you can get them. Like, I got no problem. Whether it be SS plus or SS characters really makes no difference to me as long as they are obtainable, and they seem to be. So nothing from that. So right here he is. Now, upgrading in Fusion is just like the SS characters. So, that's one of the things that I was really worried about in terms of SS Plus. Were you're going to have to use SS shards to upgrade an SS Plus? That's not the case. It's regular standard old S shards. You will see a slight increase in the number required, which is, of course, normal. Not faulting them for that at all. So we do have him, and like I say, you're going to have to get a little bit different in terms of divine skills. And divine skills for the SS characters is just a straight shot. This actually, they displayed it in a different map. Now, I was a little think about that because they still keeping these the same as they were. So it's a slightly different mechanic involved for the SS Plus characters. Which is actually nice. I actually like the one for him for Tang a little bit better. So the Saixi event just started today. Today's first day, so get in there and claim everything. You can have your standard. They're actually giving you some pretty good login rewards. So standard normal mode, 10, 20, 30, and 40. Okay. You'll be able to get, of course, some of her inside of the actual resource exchange. Her Soul Master said you'll be able to get another 50 right here. So that's 90. So they're doing it seems to be doing pretty much exactly what they were doing before. So it's probably going to take 3 of the Saixi events to actually get her. But you want to get her because she is the fusion for, Tang Hao. So, if you want to get his fusion skill, you're gonna have to. But this is nice for me because now I have unlocked my fusion skill because I needed Tang Hao, so it's now unlocked. So that's going to increase things immensely in terms of making power. So I'm up to 232. All right, so get in there for the event. They've got standard stuff going on. You've got a normal mode. This is a 3-day mode, so you don't have to complete this daily like you do on the Spring Festival. So you can just take your time and knock this out for 100. I'll do it today because I just do 100 every day. That's what I set my normal link at. They've got some, upgrade materials, of course, because she is a new character. So they're going to have it that looks like that. So they got some pretty good stuff in here that you want to get, some rings and whatnot. Other than that, it doesn't look like they're doing anything different. Yeah, this is all pretty much standard fare. If you want to snatch up a skin, the skin's a little bit overpriced, is what I think. But considering the graphics you got, it's definitely be something that a lot of people are interested in. So that's continuing on. Okay. Still got the concert going on. Festival's still going on, of course, as daily. You should be doing 100 a day. I do just by default. I do 100 a day, just to get the shards for an SS character. So I find that to be very generous in terms of what. So that's my do. I do make sure I do 100 a day. Sometimes I'll do a little bit more if I want to snatch up Soul Beast Invasion and get a legendary beast, which I do like to get occasionally because you tend to get a little bit more gold chests and gold keys inside of there than you do, of course, for the normal beast. But so yeah, so Sea God, Saixi, I'm going to get her. Definitely going to go for her. I was waiting for her to come out. I knew that they were going to have an SS Plus version because she is the Sea God. So it was standard that they would have an SS or an SS Plus version of her character, which is why I really didn't focus on the S version. Is because I knew I was just going to be going for her SS version. I do like her. She has a very prominent spot, on the next level inside of the actual anime, which you should be watching, just because it's really done really well. So yeah, but other than that, there's really not going. They do have a pretty good time limited event going on. So the special sale, login freebies. This is you should have already completed this by now. It was just great because they gave you a lot of good stuff as well as enough to get one of those. Weekly gift bag is pretty good as well. I've already purchased some of them. I purchased the hidden weapon and the spirit avatar. I was waiting to see how much they were going to cost for the final shards, but for 20 shards for 1,000 diamonds is not bad at all. Actually, that's very generous. So it is up, so you should be able to create the character. So go ahead and get in there, get those shards, make him, and then so we'll start working on Saixi. And we'll have another video a little bit later, probably tomorrow or the next day. We'll discuss her a little bit more in depth because I think you're going to like the setup that she has in terms of crowd control. Because we currently have 2 attackers. We've got Tank San and we've got Chen, the one-armed bandit, as the attackers, and then we've got our tank, of course. And then we've got the healer. So we really, even though they consider Chen to be technically crowd control, I consider him to be a damage dealer. Okay, that's his main focus. But we need something along that lines for the second team. You got Phoenix, but a lot of people are off. I actually like Phoenix. Once you get him up there, where it goes into the egg, makes him pretty good. So it's time to start thinking about how we're going to start building the second team in terms of that. I probably, and now that we've got both sides coming up, we can probably actually take Phoenix out of the lineup, which is why I didn't really focus on building him up. I've been building up Zoo simply because I've used her sometimes inside of PvP. I like to keep my PvP within the top 30, so I'm able to do that. But as things get a little bit, tougher as they grow, it's going to be more difficult. So I wanted to make sure that I have Zoo to help with that, and she does. She goes straight to the back line. So yeah, everything that you need to go ahead and make him. So let's go ahead and take a look at him a little bit more in depth now that we actually have him. So as you can see, we just got him. So he's base, and he's already got some pretty good stats on him. So let's take a look. So we've got Windhammer Chaos, dealing 3 counts of physical damage while ignoring his shield. Okay, that's good. And disabling energy generation. If the target is inflicted with disoriented phase, their hit point is below, they will be executed. Okay, that's going to be able to end something quite quick. This looks like it would be interesting in PvP. Dashes toward the enemy target and stun it for 1 second, reducing its buff effects and shield capacity by 18% for next existence. Okay, this is really good. This is one of the reasons that that I think you could most likely end up using him as a tank more than he's listed as a damage dealer, but I think you can actually get by with him with a tank, because anytime they give a character a dash, which allows them to get into melee as quick as possible, because he is a melee character, you have to consider the fact that he's going to be tanky. Plus, he's got his shield break. So yeah, so I think he would be an excellent second team tank, or maybe a first team tank, and then you put your current tank as part of your second team. That might happen too, of course. We'll just have to see. But yeah, so that was one of the things I was hoping we'd be able to get a little bit of tank out of him. What I like to call off tanking. So that's like it. So he's got the dash. Okay, Tang Hao leaps, throws his Clear Sky Hammer to target to deal massive physical damage while disabling energy regeneration. Damage increased by against targets with the shield. If a target is inflicted with disoriented plane status, Tang Hao will gain an extra 100 points. So again, shield breaking here. So I can see at this point is these 3. So yeah, pretty good. So definitely anything with the shield is not going to have much luck against him. As for the divine skills, this is going to be hard to build up. Of course, he is an SS plus character, so divine skills are built using SS plus shields. But what I like about the fact is it's a lot lower cost. Then it's only 14, but of course you're going to be much more difficult to get. So basically, what you're going to go doing is every event you're going to want to look and see if they have any, Tang Hao shards. If they do, then of course snatch them up so that you can use them for the. But if they sell them in batches of 10 or even 20, which they do sometimes, or even 15 in this case, you'd be able to actually do the skill and get it up. And as you can see, you get a pretty good buff. So it's something to definitely work on. I'm going to be using it now that everything's been confirmed. So the next event we're going to do a lot of team building and try to get everybody up. We're going to try to get close to 275 as we can, and we should be able to be close to doing that because we're going to be bringing things up character-wise, and so we'll be able to proceed with a lot of the divine skills. And divine skills give you a big boost to your power. But they're also the hardest thing to build because it requires shards. But they're very generous with the SS shards, so you shouldn't have much problem. As you can see inside here, have not been having much trouble at all getting SS shards. Okay, so should be able to really do a large effect. And most of these are going to be for Tang Hao to bring him up. And I've also got a couple of chests right here. These 2 chests both hold SS plus attack, awakening attack, so they'll be able to be used on Tang Hao as well. I'll be able to do one for the ring and one for the actual. Well, I think it takes 1. I'm not sure if it takes 2. I'll be able to do 1 ring I'll either do one ring and one necklace one time, or just do, if it's two, then I might take just one ring or one necklace. I have to see, but that's something that we'll do in the next video as we start bringing them up. But I wanted to get a video out pretty quick to let you know that not gonna look. I assume we'll have a third copy of the Clear Sky event, just to get shards for him probably, but. As for the actual final shards needed to create him, they're inside of the Sea God bit. So go ahead and get in there and jump that out. All right, so just a quick vid. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Remember to subscribe. Once you've subscribed, you'll see the bell. Click on it. You get notified each time I drop a video. Also, remember to like and share the video, as the YouTube algorithm just likes that, and it will make the video more views. All right. So again, Kendra coming at you from the corner, signing out.